It's moving day. Hey, moving day. We're here with all of our friends, with Dave and Doug, and who knows who else might show up.
Here comes the travel lift. Finally got it. Wow.
If anybody ever takes a shower in here, I kill them. No shower. It's just strictly for... No.
That's for putting grease fires out on the stove.
Very nice, exactly. That's for putting out the grease fires. It's moving day. Hey, moving day. We're here with all of our friends, with Dave and Doug, and who knows who else might show up.
Well, Clint's here somewhere.
Clint's here? Great. Well, we just found the spreaders, which we didn't share with everybody. They've been missing for a few days. And personally, I was kind of freaking out. So.
They were being held hostage, but we paid the ransom.
Okay, good. Well, it's going to be a good day. We've got now all of our parts, right, Dave? We got all the parts?
Yep.
I brought my heater.
Good.
I brought my heater.
Yeah, I put the boat halfway back together, so if
I saw. Thank you so much.
I pulled all the floorboards up this morning so we could see the through holes when we put it in the water.
Yeah.
But at least I put the ladder back there and got it so you could at least be halfway comfortable.
Oh man, you know, this is a man. I wasn't sure about him at the very beginning of this project, but as we wrap things up. So, just kidding, but...
when you have somebody who knows what they're doing with electric...
Well, who lives on a boat exactly like Susanna.
Well, that was actually to his detriment.
Why?
Because his boat is in pieces and has been for quite a while.
The electrical's all done.
The electrical's better be perfect.
Yeah, that was it, but when I
know where my spreaders are.
There you go, you know where the spreaders are, that's excellent.
Let's see, looking good, Charlie. Hello from East Lake. Jan, hello Jan. No, this is not actually the new prop. This is the old prop that's just been cleaned up. We didn't have time, only 4 years to do all the measurements. But that is a folding prop. So all cleaned up, the guys did a beautiful job. You can see some of the detail there. Doug said the shaft was too long. Was the shaft too long?
A little bit.
Why? Just because there's that gap there?
Well, you think of the prop as sitting out here, thrusting.
Yeah.
The further the shaft sticks out, the more lash you could have. You want clearance on the deadwood.
Seems to me it's tighter than it was.
Well, it's okay. I mean,
It seems to me it was already hanging out a little farther than it is now.
yeah, you see this gap here?
Okay, yeah.
That's okay. This shaft could easily be 2 inches shorter. You know, this is a shark, right?
Okay, yeah.
That's for cutting kelp.
That's kelp,
Yeah.
or for cutting
Mooring lines.
mooring lines, or
That's your zinc.
Okay.
And I'm assuming they put in new cutlass bearing and all
Yes,
that?
they did.
Okay.
Well, where possible. Part of it is like a material that's been wrapped around the. It's a different kind of thing than a cutlass bearing.
Oh, it is?
Yeah.
Oh, so it's like an old
Kind of old.
tagging gland?
Yeah, it's a packing.
It's all right.
That's just the way this one is because of
Old-timey.
yeah. That's how you do it with the angle. Maybe it comes in at a slight angle.
Well, and that's okay because the packing, if it's off a little tiny bit,
Yeah, it can handle it.
it'll wear in, and it's got flax on it.
Okay.
And that's where it gets its water tightness. So yeah, it's not a big deal, but the prop could be shorter. But see, it's 1.25 inch prop, looks like, so it's got plenty of stiffness, you know. It's all about it out here going boo like this. Don't worry about it, it's good.
Well, again, for right now, it's what we got.
And you know it works.
We know it works,
Get a
and
better
we can
prop
measure
later.
for a new one later.
Yep.
So,
Because in Southern California, you need a good prop and motor because it's not like back east. The nearest anchorage is almost 20 miles.
yeah,
You know, and you got to leave in the morning because everything is upwind from here.
yeah.
So when you leave in the morning, you want to be moving along. You see this? This should all swell back up in a few days.
Oh, the gap.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's why we don't want to put anything in there.
Okay.
Let it just swell up. But everything looks good.
All right. Well, we got the bilge pump ready to go. Go ahead and take a quick look at this harbor. This will be our Susanna home. Ventura Harbor, guys. That's where Susanna will be, right across. It's a real working harbor. A lot of squid fishing. We're going to the office. So let's go and see who's in here this morning. Guys?
Good eye, Charlie.
Hey, good. Hey, John. All right, this is where the real good work happens, Brenda. Good morning.
Yeah, wow, classic, huh?
Good morning. Say hi to everybody around the world.
Hello, everyone around the world. Susanna's going in the water.
Oh yeah, come on, show some love. There we go. We got some hearts here.
Celebrate.
See, I don't know if you know this app, Periscope. They give hearts. Give some hearts so they can see the hearts. They say, oh, yeah.
Cool.
So they're hearing us.
Yay.
People from Toronto, people from Sweden are online right now. Want to see lots of hearts. Oh,
Hello,
great,
hello.
great. Yeah. So this is the shop. This is the store. You see Mike in here. So Mike.
Boy, don't bring that in here.
Oh yeah, he loves
Big
the
day
camera.
today.
It's a
Huh?
big day today. Yeah. Everybody's happy.
Congratulations.
Come
I
on.
see,
Oh, thank you,
I
bud.
see old
Appreciate
Doug
it.
over there. He's coming down.
And they found the spreaders.
Found the spreader.
So thank you. I knew that they didn't go very far.
That's right.
Just had to be found. I said, do I have to bring my wife up there to find them? Because she's always telling me, I have to come in there and find it, right? All right, well, she looks beautiful, and we got about 20 people right now watching us from all over the world.
Right on.
Where are we
So
from,
this is
guys?
live?
This is live right
All
now.
right, all right.
All right, well, listen, thank you.
Looking
Thank
forward
you.
to this. Looking forward to the
Oh my God.
tacos.
Oh, what tacos?
Tacos.
We're having tacos?
Oh, yeah.
Oh my God!
Yeah,
And you
yeah.
put on your dress sandals.
I did. I got my clean pants on
Wow!
for
Look,
this.
he dressed up for us. It's one of our characters. All right, we'll see you in a little bit. Thank you. All right, guys, that was Mike Hansen. He is the operations manager here and keeps things flowing. Everybody, this is Nick.
How you doing?
Nick is probably the most responsible boat mover here.
Now I am. Huh?
Picking it up now. Here we go. Here she goes. Hey Nick, what does it weigh? Can you tell what the boat's weighing right now?
29,000.
29,000 pounds? 29,000
Yeah,
pounds.
29,000.
Great question. Great question. All right, we're going to do a little touch-up paint. Look at that. See, that's the kind of good thinking that our
Well, look at this.
friends...
Not even the water yet. It's already leaking.
It's already leaking. No, what was that third one's name? They named them all.
It rhymes with Smuckers.
Eeny, meeny, miny, and mo.
Started with an M and ended in an R.
Hey, everybody, remember Clint, of course. So, Clint, you were the one to find the spars. I mean, to find the spreaders.
Oh yes, we found them. They were up in
Thank you.
the old loft,
Which old lot? This one here.
the container.
It made sense that they would be at Doug's, but
Well, we tore it apart this morning for an hour and a half and nothing.
and nothing. And Doug's right. Oh well. But you got it here.
We got 'em, we got
Now
'em.
we got everything. I don't think there's anything missing at this point.
I think so.
Oh, I forgot the bottle of whiskey for tonight. I'll have to go out and go get that. Good luck.
Yeah,
Hey,
looking
guys,
good,
thank
looking
you.
good.
Looking good, yeah.
Awesome.
Planks, the cotton and the tar, you think, how did this ever leak? No leak. Only for a while. And here comes the travel lift. Finally got it. Wow. That travel lift is actually a drone, and you can see them working it wirelessly. Yeah, put a little extra paint on it.
This is Otto, everybody. He's one of the good guys. I think we'll meet him in one of the episodes, but you may
Yes.
not have met him yet.
I'm here. I got my hair cut and everything.
Yeah, you
for
look like are you going to meet the banker or something?
Yeah,
today?
no, it's for the launching party.
Oh, for the launching party. I heard
Yeah,
we're
I
having
want to look
tacos.
good. I want to look good. We're having tacos. And
Dude, I'm going to go out and get a bottle right now for something for us. For later.
Now we find out how good Doug's work was. That's it. We told Doug he had to actually get on the boat first. He had to sleep on it tonight.
Touched water in 4 years.
All right, David, you happy?
We're down below, we're checking out some of the weeping, and Doug is just saying really we're getting very, very little. There's just a couple of little trickles here. There's one. The bilge pump has spit out a bunch of stuff, but most of it is coming from the shaft, from the propeller shaft. Right, so that's what Tom is saying. Most of it's coming from the propeller shaft.
It runs about 3 seconds every 2 minutes. And that's a large timber back there, so it's going to take it some time to swell up against that flange.
Right, right.
But that one that was here a while ago seemed to have stopped.
There was one here. Don't see it anymore.
If you can look in the bilge up here, it's dry as a bone. So from here forward, there's nothing.
All right, we are getting a little leaking in there. Let's see where there's something. Give it a couple days. Don't know exactly if that's coming in off this thing right here. I think it must be all coming in off of the shaft.
Shaft log down there.
Is that what it is? Looks like a freaking river. Gonna check the.
Realize how dry she is, you know?
It's going right down into the catch holes there. Just going over some of the valve work with Dave and testing out the head, which was just leaking just a little tiny bit.
Yeah, I think it's the gasket's just dried out. So if you need to pee in the middle of the night, pee in a can, and then I'll come down and pull this apart and grease the rubber gasket. So I think this is just dried out a little bit.
It's just there.
So what I'll do, I just don't want to over tighten these and crack the bowl.
Gotcha.
So I'll pull the toilet off and I'll grease the.
Okay, well we won't use it right now.
Yeah, just don't use it tonight. I'll go ahead and close these through holes so you. Yeah, when stuff sits around for a long time, the rubber dries out.
Sure.
Down here, and of course it's also people banging around in here. It's probably been moved. So.
I'm wondering if I should bring the table down, huh?
Well, you could. How long's the boat gonna sit here?
You know.
When are they gonna take it to the slip, or?
Yeah, maybe not till next week. Maybe.
Okay, the only reason I was thinking it'd be a lot easier to bring the table down from here.
Here, yeah, exactly. There she is.
The beautiful teak has been revealed.
All right, we're doing the big reveal of the deck. There it is. She's beautiful. Look what we got today in honor of Susanna's launch. They've pulled out the stops. Have a lovely spread. These guys, they're already hovering. They're already ready. Ready. Thank you. Thank you. Hey Doug, I wanted to ask you quickly about something. You see on the mast, what about these discolorations here? These from the straps, looks like.
Well, that's caused by the absence of sunlight.
At some places, and parts of it, even though it was wrapped, it seemed to get through.
Yeah, what I would do here to clean this,
Yeah.
use alcohol. Don't use acetone. And it'll clean this nicely.
Yeah.
There's some areas
Varnish
where
it again?
there's some chafe, like right here.
But do you think we need to varnish it again
I would.
right now before we?
Well, you see this right here?
Yeah.
That's essentially bare wood that could have been from transporting it from Maine.
Gotcha.
I saw a few other ones,
Okay.
and
All right, Clint. I need Clint on this.
this is the time to do it. I mean, and I would wash the mast really good and just let all the rigging fall down on the ground, because you can move the mast back and forth a little bit.
Okay.
To varnish it
Okay.
and then hang it.
Okay.
It's a real pain, but now's the time to do it. So
Yeah.
The boom, I mean, the boom is older. It has a pretty good build-up of varnish on it.
Varnish your mast 2 times. Probably.
I would.
Yeah.
What I would do right now is come in here in all these bare areas, sand them,
Yeah.
and spot them. Soak them with 2 thin coats, and the next day you can sand the whole
The
thing.
whole thing. Yeah.
So these would end up getting like 4 coats.
Make sure you explain that to Clint.
Where is he?
He's on mañana.
You know what mañana means?
Tomorrow.
No. In Mexico it means not today.
Not today. Okay. Not today.
So after David very carefully started the rigging, it was decided that some of the nicks and thin spots in the varnish were going to have to be redone. So, like this right here, you can see that. And then as you go up, there's a cleat that needs to be rebuilt. See that right there. And then it's where the lines and such rub. You can see the varnish color is changed. It's a fairly complicated thing. So David's stripping the rigging off and very carefully coiling it up. The halyards right now is what he's doing. Those are the ones that pull the sail up and down.
Am I a happy customer?
Yeah, the boat's in the water. Have a nice day, huh?
Yeah, no, very good day. Very good day, and coming over to talk to you about
Do the mast?
doing the mast. Yeah.
I mean, that.
Clint said you were recommending some
Depends
things.
on how long you want to keep the mast standed for. Do you want to pull it back down a couple years? Do you want to leave it up for 5 years?
I would say a 5-year plan is probably pretty good. Even though really my plan is maybe just right around there before I pull her out of Southern California and go up to like Puget Sound. So that might be,
Okay.
if we said sure, like a 5-year plan, and
If you just do traditional varnish, you're going to need to do minimum of 12 coats.
okay,
Because all of our varnish jobs, we do 2 coats every 6 months.
okay,
So the way I would do this is I would come through, take as much hardware off as you can, do a really nice sand. If there's any burned areas, touch them up so they're covered, and then have the yard spray 20 coats of clear.
that's like what, a couple a day?
You can do about 5 a day.
Wow. Yeah, because when they
Depending on
rebuilt this
temperature.
mast just before it got hit, remember it got damaged before it came out here. They did that the same thing. They already hit it with that many coats. Now,
Yeah.
I mean, so it's got a lot of varnish on there right now, but it's got
varnish,
some.
or is it-
Oh, I don't know.
Okay.
I don't know.
You'll be able to tell when you sand it.
Okay.
So if it's sand
But it's also
light-
got some burn marks, and it's also got some discolorations
Yeah,
from the
well-
recent storage.
Well, you're gonna have, anytime you have varnish that's older and you go down to the bare wood, you're gonna have a different color because you're gonna bring out the natural color of the teak.
Okay.
So in order to have it all one color, you'd have to strip it and start it over.
Okay.
Or you'll have to deal with some dark spots throughout the mast.
Okay.
So that's your call on what you want to do.
How much
there.
more difficult is it to take it right down to the bare wood?
If you take it down the bare wood, you'll have to heat gun it all out, sand it all the way out. Then you're gonna want to build at least 5 or 6 coats of varnish to seal the grain, kind of like what we did here.
Okay.
And then you need to let the varnish cure for a week or 2, and then sand it, and then
Okay, so
begin
don't do
process.
that.
I wouldn't do that.
No, don't do that.
If it was me, I'd come through and just fix the bad spots, just put 3 or 4 coats of varnish so it's because if you shoot the clear on it, it really won't. It'll just absorb into the grain.
Okay.
Seal it up in the bad spots, sand it all out, and have as many coats as they can spray in a day. It's it is winter time. We don't have as much dry time.
Okay.
So, but if you put on at least 15 coats of the LP clear, you'd be in good shape for at least 3-4 years. It's if you just go with varnish, it'll be if you do 12-15 coats, you'd probably be all right for maybe a year and a half, 2 years.
Really?
You have to do maintenance coats.
Really?
Well, the problem with varnish is as soon as the oil starts to evaporate, it just starts drying out.
So it's the clear you really want.
LP clear, which is
All right, and what do you figure that takes? What kind of time? I mean, there's not a lot of hardware on there. It's not, and some of it.
two guys should be able to prep both masts out if they're bare in one day. So you got to figure out some way where you can hang it. So you could probably hang it from you could probably leave these spreader blocks there. Don't take those off, and you can hang it from that one and that one.
Oh, you need to hang it.
I'd hang it that way you don't have to rotate it.
Okay.
So that way it all gets sprayed at the same time.
All right, Dave is putting away a lot of the rigging. I got to get that table out. Thank you. We'll load that in there also.
Okay.
Yeah. So the new theory is work on the mast, work on all the spars between now and the first of the year to then get these guys looking good, and so they won't need any clear coat or varnish for the next 4 or 5 years. So some pretty interesting colors going on in here. So Dave had already had us all rigged up and ready to go, but now it's all coming off. Sorry, Dave.
No problem.
And so more to do on restoring Susanna, a whole new chapter, though we won't be here to film it because of me going out of town for 3 weeks. So hopefully they'll get it all finished in the next 3 weeks. Well, it's the first night on board, first night back in the water. What an adventure. Thank you guys all for sharing it. So there she is, looking pretty good. Had a couple of little incidents today. I know you guys are gonna go crazy for this. I don't even want to show you, but a couple things. Took a little hit right there. Yeah, moving it, took a little hit. Didn't have these sleevey things put in, so yeah, pulled out. So they're gonna, fix that out. But I know, hard, really nice to mole you. Plus the Susanna, it's still a little sketchy there. We're gonna have to take a look at that. It's a great attempt, and I love it up front, but there she is. It's first night on board, and just unpacking some boxes, and it's just kind of pretty funny because it's like, oh really, like 4-year-old soup? Are we gonna actually open this up? I don't think so. I'll see the expiration date. Expiration date looks like 2014, so not gonna be eating that. But there are some things here, and that are pretty good. Of course, paper towel paper. 4-year-old, that's fine, and some paper bags. So yeah, just getting some things put away, and some pretty nice lighting in here. Susanna's actually pretty big if you think about it. So we have a nice forward peak there. It looks nicely lit. And then of course in the stateroom we've got our varnishing department ready to go. But for my first night on board, we're gonna just have the bunk right here. Brought my sleeping bag, and then a little heater because we don't have any fuel on board today. So just gonna go plug in. We're on shore power, and Just unpacking a few boxes. But she looks good. A little dark in here. Right now it looks probably pretty bright on camera. Looks plenty bright, but in reality it's not. If I did a little exposure adjustment, it would be more like, it would really feel more like this. So you see, it's just a little dark. So anyway, we'll go get some dinner and get some stuff put away. But first night on Susanna, pretty successful. Well, it's not a perfect setup. Just putting the camera up there to say thank you to everybody who watches the show, and we're definitely nearing the wrapping up part of the series. So we're here in beautiful Ventura. We finally have Susanna back in the water, and 4.5 years. I know that's kind of funny, but you know, look what we achieved. So anyway, got a bottle of Jameson here now, and some Pacificos. Not sure if anybody's going to come down from the yard, but if they do, we'll turn back on the camera. But in the meantime, I don't have any glasses, so we'll just give a cheers to everybody for watching Restoring Susanna. Not too bad. Some Jameson. And this beautiful view. So, back in a couple, 3 weeks with the Mast and the final chapter. All right, see you later. Bye.